time limit that you set now, this has no basis, only because we have now very late that you give us a time limit of 20 minutes for the rest of all group of civil parties, which are now 3 groups outstanding and have not yet had the chance to ask the accused. And therefore, I request to grant us enough time to ask the accused, and which will be only for me not be enough to have 20 minutes, and I see that Group 4 and Group 3 at least want to speak. And although tomorrow another agenda is intended, but I think I would need perhaps 30 minutes, and depends a little bit on the answers of the accused, up to 45, but only to let you know how long I need. And I would like to have a decision. Thank you.
The lawyers for the civil party, please continue your question based on the availability of time that we have agreement on. So for the remaining questions, whether or not we allow to make it for tomorrow, we will have a different decision on that, so that we can save the time and to adhere to the expedition of the trial, and we allow you the time for another 15 minutes. So how many questions you can ask with this time, and if you have some more questions, you should ask for tomorrow, so we could not provide you as per your request. And other lawyers for other groups, if you have any question, please ask now.
Monsieur le Président, en ce qui concerne
Mr. Cannon, with regard to Group 3, I have 5 questions to put exactly, and I shall not go beyond the allowed time.
Avec votre autorisation.
With your leave, Mr. President, my name is Mr. Philip Cannon. I am civil party lawyer for Group 3, which has 28 civil parties. My first question is as follows. You have told us a lot about the need for obtaining confessions. I would like to know what category, what type of confessions you wished to obtain at all costs from the detainees.
The confession that we want to have, it's the confessions about, it was the confession described about their treacherous activity, how they did it, how did they counter the revolution. This is what we want to have.
Second question, says Mr. Cannon. Based on your conviction and your political commitment, was there a hierarchy in the transgressions? What was the hierarchy that you used in the transgressions and the confessions?
I'm sorry, so could you explain me the term transgressions? Or what do you mean by that terms?
Votre conviction.
Your political commitment was within the framework of an ideology. You considered that the detainees who were brought to you had been guilty of acts that were at odds with this conviction. In your view, what was the hierarchy, the classification from the most serious to the less serious?
I will try to respond. If you don't think I respond to your question, please ask me again.
The accused, first I would like to tell you about my wisdom, because I joined the revolution because I devoted for the party. May I state in a more simplified way, and I would like to apologize also if I talked faster. I entered the revolution in a proper wisdom to liberate my own people. So, including those people, there were my parents, my relatives, and me myself. However, from the 20th of July 1971, although at that time I tried to contest whatever I could, I tried to beg them, for example, but I could not escape. I just could not. That's why I was compelled to accept the task. At that time, there was no room or a possibility for me to challenge them. Therefore, I accepted the task at 13. My initial criminal actions or acts were mild at the beginning. And I tried to minimize the tortures. The interrogation was not necessary that we had to really interrogate people.
ដូច្នេះយើងខ្ញុំយកមនុស្សទៅធ្វើស្រែ
When people were brought in, they were made to do farming.
ចាប់ពីពេលដែលគេប្រកល់ភារកិច្ចក្រោយពីមនុស្សរត់ចេញអស់
After
មកបណ្ដាបណ្ដា
people escaped or could manage to run away, then I was given this assignment, this task, and I had to follow the order.
ដូច្នេះ
So whether or not there was no room or a possibility for me to get away from that assignment, because I had to make sure we could find the source of the weapons.
កំភ្លើងដែលនាំចេញពីតំបន់ខ្មាំងមកចូលតំបន់រំដោះគេលាក់គេសារភាពតែគេលាក់ទុកនោះគេផោរ
The weapons that were transported from the enemy zones to the liberated zones as alleged in the confession, but it was a false confession, but we tried our best to find the source of that weapons. The President, can the lawyer continue your question?
Mr. Cannon. Thank you, Mr. President. I consider that the accused has not answered the question that I put to him, but in order not to waste the court's time, I shall frame it. I decided. You also told us that some detainees, having confessed, were freed and others weren't. This is my question. Since you decided, what criteria, what affected your choice, your decision?
រឿងនេះចូលបញ្ហាល្អិតរឿងនេះចូលបញ្ហាល្អិត
The accused, I think this comes to the more detailed matter, but in short I may say I would like to make it brief. In my heart, I did not want anyone to face death. I try to find ways I try to find ways to interrogate the detainees and to find way that detainees could be released. For example, the 5 detainees who were sent in, I could only envisage one person would be released, and I tried my best, and then I tried to different ways to make sure that people could be released. So to find any particular category, I think my main purpose was to interrogate people so that they could be released. That's it.
Mr. Cannon, I consider that you have not answered my questions, but I shall just note the fact. Mr. President, my last two questions will be very brief. Question number 4. You told us that the pits had been dug to shelter the detainees from B-52 bombs. You said that these pits were covered with palm leaves only. Please explain to us exactly and in simple terms what was used to protect the detainees from the bombs dropped by the B-52s.
They accuse if the bombings were dropped into the pit, everyone would be killed. It could not be protected. But if the bombs were dropped 2 meters from the open of the pitches, then people would be saved. That's what we believed.
Mr. Cannon, my very last question, which is very, very brief. In reference to executions, you said on several occasions, used the term smash, to smash. I'd like to know whether this was the set expression in your organization. Was it of a particular significance?
The accused, I would like to express this in Khmer version that I received order from the upper echelon. The first purpose is to make sure that the person is executed and buried secretly. With one weight, after the person was interrogated, he said that let's handle it. Also, but later on he used different word. The word in Khmer dasrai would be used as kamtik or smash. So the term kamtik or dasrai in Khmer means all smash. Smash here means people would be executed and buried without letting other people know of this activity. So the terms were used, and later on we found out the word kamtik or smash in other documents.
Mr. Cannon, I have nothing further, Mr. President. Thank you for giving the floor to Civil Party Group number 3.
Your Honors, the President and the bench says Mr. Kung Pisai. According to the instruction that we would only be given 20 minutes, but now the 20 minutes pursued time already ends. I am Kung Pisai, representative of Civil Parties Group 4, would like to ask some questions, and I don't know whether it is appropriate for me or opportunity would also be given to me to ask such questions now, or maybe I would be advised that the questions would be made tomorrow or else, so I am at the mercy of your honors. Here, we would like a fair trial So to make sure the trial is fair, all parties have the rights to ask and then opportunity to ask questions. If only we have the rights but not opportunity, I don't think it is genuine rights at all. So may I ask whether I can put questions to the accused now, or should I make such questions in the tomorrow session? The President, the Chamber would like to inform you that time is limited. However, you spent almost about the 20 minutes to just challenge the decision made by the Chamber to allow you the opportunity to speak. I think we should proceed and if there is a challenge that the rights to speak or to make questions to the accused are not well exercised, then the Chamber reserve our right to address the matter. So we don't want to restrict that the 20 to make any question, and that there would be 40 minutes given. Otherwise, parties cannot really make any question at all. So the Chamber would like to make it clear that within the 20 minutes, if the parties could really make some question, then make use of the opportunity given. If you feel that the time given is not appropriate, or then you can really ask question, and at a later session, then the Chamber may make a decision to make sure that you can do also. But now, since we come to an end of today's hearing, we would like to adjourn the hearing and resume it at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So I would like now ask the security guards to take the accused back to his detention facility and return him to the court room by 9 a.m. The public and the parties are also informed to come to the hearing before 9 a.m. tomorrow. The court is adjourned.
Please stand up.